Shalom. First and foremost, all praises, glory, and honor be unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Racha HaKodesh. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of the great millstone who rule well. Salutations to the hopefully elect out there, pushing this word in truth, sincerity, and indeed. It's your brother Kapatazar from the great millstone, Chicago branch, coming at you with another quick, Lord willing, edifying lesson. And this is just going to be another quick cut to Christianism. When you read in the book of John, chapter 11, all right, and this is a cut on the whole Gentile thing. According to the Christian understanding, the Gentiles that Paul and different apostles were sent to were everybody and anybody who believed on the Lord, all right, whose real name is Yahweh Shai, okay, the Messiah. And that's not true. Those people that were scattered abroad, those Gentiles, were actually Israelites, okay? And we're going to prove it here in the book of John, chapter 11, starting at 49. This was the council that the Pharisees came together, and they were basically plotting to have our Lord killed, all right? Set him up to fulfill prophecy nonetheless, but it was a wicked counsel, okay, to have our Lord killed, crucified, all right? But Caiaphas, that high priest, he had said something, and that was a cut to them saying the Gentiles are everybody, all right? So this is the book of John, chapter 11, verse 49. And one of them named Caiaphas, being the high priest that same year, said unto them, the Pharisees, right, ye know nothing at all, nor consider that it is expedient for us that one man should die for the people, and that the whole nation perish not. And this spake he not of himself, but being high priest that year, he prophesied that Yahweh Shai should die for that nation, and not for that nation only, but that also he should gather together in one the children of God that were scattered abroad. Now, all you got to do is go back to the prophecies, okay? The Lord said to the Israelites, due to your disobedience, I'm going to scatter you abroad. I'm going to scatter you in different countries. And there you shall serve gods which you have not known, wood and stone, things of that nature, all right? The Lord told us we were going to go in captivity, all right? And that what? He would spread us out abroad all over the face of the earth, man, okay? And he would make us, what, few in number, all right? So the Lord made good on that, all right? After, once Nebuchadnezzar went down, all right, the Medes and the Persians came up, all right? We were scattered since then. So when you come back to the New Testament, all right, some, 300-400 years after the book of Malachi, all right, roughly paraphrasing, all right, rough estimation, 300-400 years later, after the Hellenization period, all right, which took place during the Maccabean era, all right, that's why you got to get in tune with the research and the studying and getting into that history, man, all right. During the Maccabean era, there was a Hellenization period where a lot of, it's written, all right, a lot of our people that came out wicked men, and they took on the Greek customs, okay? And then they converted themselves to being Greeks. So then 300-400 years later, the Messiah is walking the scene, and he's giving out a commandment, hey, gather my lost sheep, all right? Gather the lost sheep, okay? They're lost sheep because what? They were scattered abroad. But nonetheless, so like I went on a little tangent, but nonetheless, all right, let's get that word. No, we'll come back to that. So we're going to prove that the children of God that were scattered abroad were Israelites. We're going to start with James chapter 1, verse 1. All right. James chapter 1, verse 1. James, a servant of God and of the Lord, Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, to the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad, greeting. Okay. So this is who James was writing to, the 12 tribes which were scattered abroad. All All right. But that's all right. That's just James. So let's get another one. And then we're going to dig into Satan. See that? Satan. So then we're going to jump into 1 Peter 1:1. All right. So this is the book of 1 Peter chapter 1, verse 1, right? So Peter, an apostle of Yahushua HaMashiach, to the strangers scattered throughout Pontus, Galatia, Cappadocia, Asia, and Bithynia. Okay. So this is who Peter is writing his letters to these strangers. But let's get that word scattered, to the strangers that are scattered. You get this word here, diaspora. You go down right there, of Israelites dispersed among foreign nations. See that? That is who Peter is writing his letter to. This is who the Messiah came for. He said multiple times, I am not sent but to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. When he sent out his disciples, he told them, enter not into the city of the Samaritans, enter ye not, but go ye rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. And as you go, preach, saying, the kingdom of heaven is at hand. So those lost sheep were Israelites in those foreign nations, okay, that took on the customs of those foreign nations, okay? It says it right here. Especially and concretely, the converted Israelite resident in Gentile countries which are scattered abroad. Okay. Israelites dispersed among foreign nations. Okay. This is who this is who all these letters were written to. This is who Yahushua came for. So that's why Christians, they fumble when they read, they wrestle with Paul's letters. When he says there's no difference between the Jew nor Greek, the reason Paul said that was because those Greeks that he was bringing into the temples, okay, those Greeks were Israelites by heritage, man. Okay, they may have been born in these different Greek, countries or Greek islands, whatever. But nonetheless, their heritage and their lineage went back to Israel. All right. They were still Israelites by blood. But the Pharisees didn't want to accept them. The Pharisees looked at them just as heathens because they had forsaken their Israelite heritage, man. That's why Paul said, ye were once aliens to the commonwealth of Israel. All right. This is who this book is written about. This is who Yahushua came for, man. All right, I'm going to drive it home. Get that word Grecians, right? So I'll just go Acts 6:1, right? You go to Acts 6:1. And in those days, when the number of disciples was multiplied, there arose a murmuring of the Grecians against the Hebrews because their widows were neglected in the daily ministration, right? So let's see. Who are these Grecians? Oh, wow. This is a cut. So I'm going to read this other version, the CSB version, Acts 6:1. I didn't even read it in this version. It says, in those days, as the disciples were increasing in number, there arose a complaint by the Hellenistic Jews against the Hebraic Jews that their widows were being overlooked in the daily distribution. See, I ain't even had to go into the blue letter. They got the cut right there. This is why Paul said there's no difference between Jew nor Greek, because these were the same people. This is who Paul was sent to, man. All right. The Hellenistic Jews. They were Hellenized. I wonder if it'll let me. Right. So when you go to, I hope I spell it right. Hellenista. Salakia. Go to Hellenista. Let's see. Hellenista. Bible. Okay. Is this it? I think this is it. Salakia. Yep. And it goes right into it. Yep. Hellenist or Hellenist. And this is off the Bible Gateway. All right. Hellenist. Hellenism, imitation of the Greeks. Hellenist, a Greek-speaking Jew. See that? Hellenism is the devotion to ancient Greek thought, customs, and lifestyle. See that? But nonetheless, they were Jews. They were still Israelites. All right? I mean, it don't get no plainer than that, man. But hell, I think I've driven the point home. Hope this was edifying. All praises, glory, and honor be unto Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, Shalom, and the Bible Ball.